Good morning, you guys. How is everybody? We've got some stuff to do outside today, and I think this is probably going to be my last opportunity to do it before the dog days of summer. I've got a couple of flower beds that still need mulching. I've got some irrigation to run in around the picket fence in the front yard, and I need to mow the grass. So we've got a lot to do today, and it's only 81 degrees. It feels like 85, but the humidity level is only at 61. So with that being said, that means this is going to be the best day to get things done without having a heat stroke. So I'm kidding, not kidding. You know what I mean? So anyway, come with me while we get these things done. Alright, we got that out of the way. I came down here to get the gator and clean up the peanut shells and the pistachio shells, because every night my husband and I, we sit down here and watch the hummingbird feeders. I'll have to show you those when they're actually feeding. We sit down here and eat peanuts and watch the hummingbirds. But anyway, I came down here because this is where the gator is. I have to go get it to go do my jobs because all my equipment's on the back of the gator. And let me tell y'all something now. This is my working attire, and when I cut the grass, I will have these all the way down and this all the way up, because I am not about getting skin cancer. I'm going to protect myself as much as possible. I put on a sunscreen on my face when I do my eye makeup and all that. But it's really, the sun is intense in West Central Alabama, and you have to protect yourself, because I've got a good friend of mine who just had a skin cancer, cut off her back, and she is probably 10 years younger than me, and I cannot imagine how scary that was for her. So I am going to do everything I can to keep that from happening to me. You know, work smarter, not harder. Don't do things that cause extra in your life. But anyway, I came down here also because in one of the flower beds that I just created this spring, I did use weed fabric, like where I have a couple of azaleas. Excuse me. I've got a couple of azaleas up there already. They've been up there for probably 3 or 4 years now, and they're not growing. I don't know what's going on with them. They're getting plenty of sun, plenty of water. But anyway, they're already up there, and I use weed fabric around those and around a couple of perennials that I know that are going to stay. But in the front of the bed, I have some annuals planted, and I don't like having to cut through weed fabric to plant my annuals because it's just a pain. So I'm going to use cardboard as my weed suppressant, and then put the mulch on top of that. That way it will disintegrate and have our, kill the grass and the weeds or whatever. And then I can just plant through that next year when spring rolls around again. But anyway, I came down here to sweep up and do a little maintenance in the shop and then get these so that I can tear them up, and then we will go up there in the sunshine and start working. And then let me warn y'all off the bat, right off the bat, I'm gonna be red. That is the way I deal with heat. My face is going to be purple at some times, and I'll have to take a break. But don't be alarmed. That's just the way that I release the internal temperature, the internal heat that's going on in my body. I'm gonna be red-faced, and I'm gonna be sweating. So all this makeup that y'all see right now that's going on, it's gonna be down here. And hey, I'm trying to not scare y'all, but eventually, when I'm out in the yard and doing stuff, this won't be happening. It's too much, because all I'm gonna be doing is this: wipe and sweat, wipe and sweat, wipe and sweat. But anyway, today I left it on. But anyway, I'm gonna tear this up so that it can fit around the plants that I already have planted. And if I get to do the mulch, I don't know. The bags are 50-pound bags. We'll see if I got enough gumption. It's already 11 o'clock. It's heating up. I should have been out here at 7 o'clock this morning doing all of this. But sometimes in the early morning, the humidity is just too much. Just like 95% humidity, and you just can't breathe when it's like that. But anyway, I'm going to get this done, and then we'll head up there. Well, change plans. Gator's dead. So we will move on to something else. I need to fertilize my annuals that are down here in these water troughs, so I'll get that done while we wait on the battery to charge. All right, let me show y'all the water troughs that we have planted out here. That's Scooter. Hey, Scoot, Scoot. He is the neighbor's dog across the road. All right. We have 2 on each side of the porch of the shop. And what you'll see here is our attempt to mosquito repel. This is rosemary, citronella, obviously, and some lemongrass. And then that's a repeat right here. Then of course at the end I wanted it to be pretty. These super tuniers are showing out, y'all. They are beautiful. I wish you could smell. It smells so good. Here we've got a hummingbird feeder I was telling y'all about earlier. But yeah, I need to tie this up. Train it to go up like that. Crawl up there. But I just put these in this year. All of these water troughs. My cousin across the road, he gave 3 of them to me, and I had 1. That's the one I already had over there, and he gave. This is Gus, y'all. We've just got critters everywhere. That is Gus Sheehan. Okay. And then across over here, we just have a repeat. Here's the other one over here. I had to spray them with BT one time because of the budworms. They were eating all of my blooms, and I was like, oh no. See, I've got some buds on this one. I put the same rose on both sides. This that Americana climbing rose, and then just another repeat of the mosquito repellents down through there. I'll show you out here. Isn't that pretty? And there's the other hummingbird feeder right there. We love to watch them. Gator ought to be charged soon. Maybe we can get on with our tasks today. For fertilizing my annuals, I use the Proven Winners water soluble plant food. I love Proven Winners. I love Proven Winners plants. I love everything that they put out because they do a lot of research and trials on things. But anyway, I just take, it comes in 2 bags like this inside this container. There's 2 of these plastic bags with this food, and it comes with a scoop. And I just take 1 scoop per gallon like that, put it down in there first, and then run the water on top of it so that it has a chance to mix up. And depending on how big your container is how much you need to use. There's a thing on the bag that tells you how much per size of container. But I've got water troughs out there, so I usually use one of these on each end because the end is the only place that I have flowering annuals, and that's the only thing that you need to fertilize so that they keep flowering. Alright guys, we had to switch gears a little bit because when I went to crank up the gator earlier so that I could come up here and work on this garden bed, it wouldn't start again. So I went ahead and cut the grass and got that done. Let me show you. Cut all that all over there by the house. Excuse me, this car's going by. Anyway, this is the garden bed that I just created this spring, and the one that we're going to be working on. Let me switch you around so you can see what's going on. Alright guys, this is the new bed that I created this spring. Like I said, these azaleas were already here, so I just went ahead and put some weed fabric down behind there. I put some grasses in here. I'll have to try to find what the name of the grasses are. I can't remember right now, but anyway, I put the grasses in here just maybe a couple weeks ago. And this is denim and lace Russian sage. That's the Pride of Mobile azalea. And then I just have some Rudbeckia. And of course my bubblegum supertunia. Look at the butterfly on the Russian sage. And it just goes on back here. So this is what I was talking about when I need to finish putting down the cardboard. See what the grass is doing. And I've already got irrigation run around all of the plants. I just need to finish putting down the cardboard and then put mulch on top of it so that none of these weeds can get back in here. So I'm just going to get busy and get doing that. Alright, you guys, I'm whipped, but I got it done. Let me show you. Okay, I've still got to do some edging, but it looks so much better. Looks like I meant to do it. The bees are going crazy over this Russian sage. And I said Rudbeckia earlier. I meant Echinacea, y'all. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Alright guys, I did it. I accomplished most of what I set out to do today, even though it had lots of technical difficulties and the weather was really hot. But I have called it a day. And I'm sitting down here with my sweet husband, and we're enjoying some peanuts and watching the hummingbirds. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel like I've earned your subscription, I would sure appreciate it if you subscribe and help me grow the channel. And I will catch you in the next one. Thanks guys. Bye.